Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Upkick MMA episode 434. I am Brendan. All right, UFC 308, Topuria versus Holloway. This is going to be the prelims, though. So this is going to be Aslan versus Rafael Cerqueira, and we will talk about that. I don't know why that was the feature prelim. There was a lot of other names on this card that I feel like could have been. Maybe it was because of the location. Just a semi-local guy, I guess, like a dude from Turkey. But anyway, we're going to talk about all the prelims, break them all down round by round, go through all that stuff, talk about some horrible judging. Okay, we're going to talk about some horrible judging. If you like this kind of thing, subscribe to the channel when the next video is coming out. I'd really appreciate it. And then if you do find yourself liking this video, hit the like button. I'd appreciate that too. All right, let's talk about Aslan. This is a short fight. I don't even need to bring up stats. The dude walks across the cage and then I think what did he land? His first lead hook that he lands staggered him, follows up with an ungodly amount of damage, and Cerqueira he just can't respond, and it's over. Like, he didn't go out, didn't go down, none of that stuff. He just couldn't hang in there anymore with him, and god dang, man, like, it was over quick. So, I don't know what to make of this. Is Aslan the next guy? Like, is he... I don't know. It's hard to tell from a performance that's that short, but I'm excited to watch him fight again. Really cool. All right, Geoff Neal taking on Rafael dos Anjos. This is another moment, like I said in the last video, it's just like not a good night for the veterans for so many reasons. This fight was weird. You know, I was watching it and like I wasn't expecting RDA to do like crazy good. I expect to hold his own maybe a little bit, kind of hold off Geoff Neal, and Geoff Neal to kind of work his way in and find his openings, which is kind of what we saw, but the ending is just so disappointing. It's not the only one, too. Neal walking him down, using the jab and the low kicks, RDA responding with some of his own, then the left hand of Neal puts him down, he gets back up. It looked weird. I think he hurt his knee on that one because on the replay afterwards, they show like it looks like something popped in there, and then RDA hurts his knee, in a couple exchanges after that. It was just such a disappointing ending to that. You know, I hate when guys get hurt. I don't care if I like the guy or dislike the guy. I hate when fights end when a guy gets hurt. Like through, like, not a freak injury, but an injury that was not caused by direct actions of another fighter. Right, a mistake, a slip, rolling their ankle, things like that, getting caught in the cage. We've seen that happen before. Like little things like that. It's so disappointing and underwhelming. You're hoping for so much more. Luckily, this was on the prelim, so, you don't feel like you're out $75, but, you don't want to see that happen. So good on Geoff Neal. He did what he had to do, and he gets the win. Myktybek Orolbai taking on Mateusz Rebecki. Now, This was fight of the night for me. Of all the fights, including the main card, this was my fight of the night. Blood and guts, fun. Orolbai is tough as shit. The doctor is corrupt as shit. I'll talk about that when I get to it. Rebecki's really loading up, trying to land those hooks and overhands, and Orolbai avoiding the big shots for the most part early on, landing flesh of his own, just not landing with as much of a thud, obviously, trying to counter inside, and then Rebecki's landing these like clubbing left hands, these hard right hooks. Orolbai has taken a ton of shots right to the nose. He's bleeding, but he refuses to back up. He's landed his own shot still. There's a left hook that is landing so much for Rebecki, and it's all day, and Orolbai is wearing it on his eye, and his right eye just completely shuts, right? The damage from those left hands give Rebecki this round, right? The 27-22 for striking numbers in favor of Rebecki. So, like, he obviously won on the striking exchanges as well, but I think he definitely did more damage. Orolbai just not taking a back step for the most part of this round, kept him in it. It wasn't a blowout round, but the amount of damage from those left hands are just so hard to overcome. And then, okay, so here's the best part. The doctor comes in to check on his eye. Here, I'll give you the whole thing. So, the doctor comes in to check on his eye. It's completely shut, completely swollen shut. There's no fucking way he's seeing out of it. He covers this eye like this. Like you can see the eye. And he goes, how many fingers am I holding up? And then Orolbai is like, 2. That's it. He only asked him one time and he didn't even fucking cover. He didn't go like this and cover up the eye, right? He went like this. Like, I could see his eye. Go watch it again. It's so corrupt and so fucking stupid. I mean, I'm all for blood and guts and giving a guy a chance, but like when you're saying like safety of the fighter this, safety of the fighter that, like that's nothing about safety. Like, holy fuck, that's so fucked up. All right. Second round here. Orolbai looking to load up, and he really wants to end it. It's almost like he knows that if he keeps fighting, that eye is going to blow up even more, and he's not going to be able to respond with the correct answers. I don't know. He got away with it already. I don't know why he would change. But he's trying to end Rebecki with one big shot, but Rebecki's eating him as well. Orolbai he's able to put the pressure on, cut him up, but the cut was actually caused by a headbutt, so that damage does not count as something that Orolbai did, right? Damage due to headbutts do not count, so anything happens from that cut that doesn't, like, I know it looks bad because Rebecki started bleeding everywhere, especially in that third round, but that was, like I said, it was caused by a headbutt, so that does not count. The thing is, Orolbai landed more in this round, and I felt like he landed a few really good shots. 25-23, he outlanded him here. Orolbai was able to pressure forward more in this round. It was a close round, but I gave it to Orolbai. I had it 19-19 going to the third round here. Rebecki landing huge right hands, then a left. Orolbai is down. Orolbai goes down, and he is not responding. And Vitor Ribeiro, who is a complete dingus when it comes to like some situations, he just like, it's like he doesn't pay attention. He gives people way too long. He tells people to stand up. I don't know what's going through his mind, or if he doesn't communicate properly with the other referees. I have no idea. He's just like, okay, I want Orolbai to die, so I'll just keep letting him stay in there. Orolbai is not responding. He's just covering up. He's not intelligently defending himself, taking a shitload of damage. But he's tough as shit. Rebecki starts to get a little bit tired from throwing shots at him. And he gets back up. And Orolbai gets back up, gets control, gets on top, lands some damage of his own. It wasn't a blowout as far as strikes goes. It was only 21-14. It felt like a lot more in the moment, though. And Orolbai worked his way back into this round. Did he win this round? No, absolutely fucking not. No, you cannot convince me that Orolbai won this round. Is the guy tough as shit? Yes. Is he a fantastic fighter and I want to see him more? Absolutely. Like, I think with a little tweak, he could definitely have won this fight. Obviously, little technique changes, a little bit of game plan change. Obviously, going back out there and just throwing face first into the guy. Maybe if his eye doesn't blow up, he has a more successful fight because he can see better. Whole bunch of things. But he lost this fight. Absolutely lost this fight. Let's look at the judges' scorecards, shall we? Ben Cartlidge and Saul D'Amato, thank God. Saul D'Amato coming back strong after last week, throwing out some stinker cards. Good card here. First and last round to Rebecki, given that both guys, both Ben Cartlidge and Saul D'Amato, given that first and last round to Rebecki and that second round to Orolbai. Absolutely the right call. That's absolutely correct. Jacob fucking Montalvo gave that last round to Orolbai. No! Fucking no! Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're corrupt as shit, man. I don't know who paid you off. I don't know if it better be paid off, because like I hope you're not that incompetent. Like, he's fucked stuff up before, but that's incredible. Orolbai was on death's fucking door for 10 to 20 seconds. That's an eternity in fight time. And he's like, yeah, but he got back on top and he landed damage of his own. So what? That's not how this works. But he landed the fight. But whoever's on top at the end of the fight, that's when, at school, when the teacher pulls you off the guy, you're the winner. No! That's not how we score fights. That's not how scoring criteria works. Like, we're not doing bullshit fighting in the cafeteria. That's not how any of this works, you dingaling. Holy shit, that was bad. Oh, man. Horrible scorecard. I'm glad Rebecki got the nod. That was correct. All right, Abus Magomedov taking on Bruno Ferreira. Great. This had great moments. This was not a great fight. Okay. great moments do not there wasn't enough great moments. Sorry. There was a lot of inaction. Magomedov stalking him, keeping him against the cage, not really landing anything early, but most of his kicks are blocked because most of his kicks are blocked. But Ferreira isn't landing anything either. So this round was not very much fun to watch. And for proof, 14-2 for striking numbers in favor of Magomedov. Magomedov won this round because he landed 4 shots to the head. 10 shots and 10 shots between the body and the legs, 5-5, right? So obviously his round, not a fun round to watch. Second round, moments. Like I said, this second round was actually pretty fun to watch. So Ferreira finally landing some punches, backing Magomedov up at times, but still so much measuring, a lot of dead time, and then big right hand from, and Magomedov drops. So he shoots takedown. Magomedov gets to the back but loses it. Ends up, they get back up with 2:15 left. Couple jabs and a left hand make Magomedov back up, and he's on the back foot now. Magomedov looks tired, backing up, but Ferreira fights sloppy with a spinning back fist. Ends up on the ground, still no damage, from Magomedov compared to what Ferreira did to him, dropping him, outlanded him here 20-8. Clearly his round. I am curious just to see what. We'll go look at the judges' scorecards to go see if they fucked this one up. I have it 19-19. Right, Magomedov won that boring first round. Ferreira won this kind of boring second round with a couple exciting moments. Last round here, Magomedov gets a takedown and eventually works his way to the arm triangle and gets a finish with 1 minute and 22 seconds of control time in this last round. Great comeback from him after getting cracked in that second round. Shows a lot of heart, a lot of discipline. All 3 judges had the correct scorecards. Okay, they gave that second round to Ferreira. Okay, good. All right, we'll talk about another one. I don't know if I want to pull up stats on this one. There wasn't too much going on because, again, another lackluster ending. Yeah, this fight just did not end well. Was not a lot of fun to watch. Chris Barnett versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. By the way, the look of the fight was more entertaining. Like when you look at the two guys next to each other with how short and fat Barnett is and how tall Nzechukwu is, Kennedy is. Good grief. It's so funny looking. Barnett backed up to the cage, throwing low kicks, and Kennedy has this rock-hold look on his face is fucking like, come on. That's the face that he made this whole fight. Just, yeah, so I'm not a fan when fighters make that face. I want to see them get knocked the fuck out when they do that, which was why when Rockhold got knocked out, I was cheering like crazy when Bisping knocked him out. So Kennedy kicks him in the cup, but they continue. Kennedy using his range, well, Barnett just can't reach him. Like Kennedy's so much taller, so much longer, you just can't reach him. He outstruck him here 51-12. Kennedy stabbing to the body with the kicks and picking him apart, but Barnett can't walk on the foot. So he just had Achilles surgery on his left ankle, can't walk, and he was just hurt. You could see he was wincing. I saw it, but I know I saw it before the commentary did, and then they started mentioning it was it's unfortunate that happened. Barnett's a fun guy to watch fight, and it's unfortunate to see him go out that way. So I hope he gets better soon and properly heals this time. All right, Victor Hugo taking on Farid Basharat. This one is just two fight styles. Clashing fight styles really is what this one was. Victor Hugo just, power, sitting down, trying to land big shots, and Basharat just, I'm going to win by points. Hugo didn't even try to make weight, so he didn't miss weight officially. They made it a catch weight, but still, they moved it up a weight class. Sorry, they moved it up to featherweight instead of bantamweight. Really fucking stupid. I hate when they do that shit. Hugo did, like I said, it didn't even try to make weight. Hugo is pressing forward. Basharat is able to stay out of danger and poke as he circles the outside of the cage. Huge spinning elbow lands for Hugo, but it landed with the tricep. He didn't land on the point of the elbow, so a lot of the brunt of the force, a lot of the force was cushioned. Hugo rolls in on the legs and it is on deep on the legs, but he loses it. Hugo just needs to land one shot. One shot to make it his round. One big shot. He couldn't do it. Gets deep on a heel hook though to end the round. Just can't score for him. He got outstruck 22-10. Didn't land enough big shots. Basharat's outpointing him. Second round, Hugo coming out hot with knees to the gut and low kicks on the feet in space. Hugo is winding up, just not throwing enough, so he just keeps falling behind, right? He's just falling behind. Basharat seems content to sting and move as I write that, Hugo hurts him with 2 left hooks. But the thing is, like, he didn't hurt him bad enough, and Basharat was fought a nearly perfect round. Just a point fighting round, outstruck him 30-25, doing a great job staying on the outside, 20-18. And then, this last round, Hugo just goes, he's a fucking maniac, just comes across, just swinging all kinds of shit, landing a hard spinning kick to the body, flinging Basharat like a small child across the cage, and then jumps at him with a flying kick. Like Fabricio Verdum, fucking crazy shit. Basharat now wants to clinch and grapple to stay safe, laying on top for a bit in this round, getting some control time, 3 minutes and 53 seconds of clinch plus top control time. But he got probably out damaged this round. Hugo landed more damage in this round. Do I give it to him though? I don't know, because it wasn't by much. He outstruck him 10-8, but there wasn't as much. I actually had it 30-27 for Basharat. We'll go into the judges' scorecards though. Yeah, so Mike Bell had it how I had it, 3, which is weird. Hadi Muhammad Ali gives the second round to Hugo, and then David Letheby gave the third round to Hugo. So there is a world where if you combine Ali's card and Letheby's card, Victor Hugo wins this fight. Kind of weird. Like, that's the thing, is the second and third round were relatively close. It's just, I felt like he was missing one big shot. He needed to land one more big shot, a little bit more damage, and I would have given those rounds to him, but I didn't, because he didn't. Ismail Naurdiev versus Bruno Silva. Not the most entertaining fight. Naurdiev has some really nasty kicks to the legs and the body with that rear power kick. It's super nasty, but Bruno just not able to really find his range or rhythm. Naurdiev just keeps keeps getting him to the cage, and Bruno just, like, Silva just can't get it. I wrote it down later. He just looks slow and laggy. Like, he's got nothing in there. And nothing in the tank. It's just really weird. He gets taken down with 60 seconds left, finally gets the standing back, but loses it. Great round for Naurdiev. If you look at the striking numbers, it's a lot closer than I thought. 13-12 in favor of Naurdiev. But there was no way you give this to Bruno Silva. No way. There's nothing about the things that he threw at him that were anywhere close to as significant. So don't come at me with like, oh, it was a close round. Absolutely not. Second round here, Silva misses with a kick, gets his back taken, able to get back up without much going on. Naurdiev, damn it, I know I'm saying that now. Naurdiev is just all over him and making him pause, not able to get anything going, nothing substantial, nothing sustaining. Outstrikes him 20-14, grappling him 2 minutes and 10 seconds of control time. So last round here, lackluster fight. Naurdiev just looking 2 steps ahead all the time, outstriking him here, pointing him out. 33-10 this last round. Silva just couldn't do anything. So, we'll see what Ismail does. But as far as like I'm concerned, he looks like he could be a contender. It depends on how his grappling holds up. All right, Rinat Fakhretdinov. This is bullshit. Rinat Fakhretdinov versus Carlos Leal. Boy, Carlos Leal can't catch a fucking break, huh? Like, I remember him fighting Sadabusi and getting the wrong end of a split decision on that shit. Like, that was total bullshit, man. Unreal. It's unreal. Okay, so Leal is oh yeah, he's breaking out real bad. His chest and back are breaking out like crazy. Whatever. He either had a bad reaction to something or we all know what's going on. Really weird. Leal looking to counter the low kick with that right hand or the 1-2, also throwing hard low kicks himself. Fakhretdinov gets the double leg, but they get right back up and into the clinch. He just couldn't do much with it. And Carlos Leal really made him pause because he's like, after a while, like they trade in the middle, so Fakhretdinov wants to take down again. They get up against the fence. Fakhretdinov looks lost. He's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. They get into these 50-50 trading things, but it's, when they get into space, he's getting tagged hard, and Fakhretdinov is not able to land back, and Leal looks dismissive what's coming back at him, and the damage went his way. We'll see how the judging scores it, but this first round was as clear of a round for Leal as you can get. The first and the second round, in my opinion, 28-24. He outstruck him, outdamaged him, outlanded him to the head, 19-17. So don't come at me with, well, he landed leg kicks. That doesn't count. So I don't want to hear that. That's Leal's round. I say this because they mentioned on the scorecards, there's a real fucked up scorecard. Second round, Leal digging in with that lead hook and the jab, just eating those shots coming back at him. The low kicks from Leal are adding up, and Fakhretdinov is having to switch stances, and he's stumbling on that lead leg. So those low kicks absolutely worked. He landed 9 of them in this round. The desperation on the shots from Fakhretdinov are crazy. He looks so sloppy. He is finding shots, right? He is landing, but just nothing is doing. It doesn't look like he's landing as hard. He's not landing as with as much emphasis. Doesn't have. It's just a beat down on that leg, or the leg. Like I said, the same thing. The leg. And the hooks from Leal. He outstruck him here 37-33. Again, that's a lot closer than what it seemed when you were watching this live. It felt like Leal was beating the shit out of Fakhretdinov. And if you look at the striking numbers, 25-24 for a head strike, so he beat him there. And then the leg kicks, 9-4, and those were real hard leg kicks that fucked up Fakhretdinov's movement. So you got to give that to Leal. This second round was Leal, so he's up 20-18. Last round, Leal gets an easy takedown. Fakhretdinov crawling to the cage to get up, still staying tough, just not able to land as much damage. He was starting to find the mark more. Leal was very slow. He did step up on short notice, so it looked like he was a little bit tired. The thing is, he did get outstruck in this last round, and I gave it to Fakhretdinov, but not by a lot, right? Not by a lot. He outstruck him 52-42, but it wasn't a blowout by any means, and Leal was still landing fucking hard shots in this last round. Let's go to the judges' scorecards. What the fuck? No. How about no? Seriously. Mike Bell gave the first and last round to Fakhretdinov. No, wrong. Absolutely wrong. That first round, there is no way you can argue that for Fakhretdinov. How? How can you argue that for him? He got staggered by low kicks, got cracked a bunch of times, got outstruck. What are you banking on? What are you banking on? Are you telling me that the minute and 50 seconds of grappling is what gave him that round when he got outdamaged? That is not how scoring criteria works. David Lethaby gave the first round to Leal and then the second and third round to Fakhretdinov. I will give him a little bit of leeway. That second round you could give to Fakhretdinov if you weren't paying attention to the amount of damage that Leal was doing to the legs, right? If you don't think leg kicks are a big deal, David Lethaby, let Leal kick you in the leg a few fucking times, and then you go back and rescore this and you realize you fucked up too. But I'll give him a little bit of leeway because I'll say he's incompetent. He doesn't know leg kicks. Because Mike Bell, apparently, he is the bastion of the guy we hold up on the pedestal of what it means to be a fair judge in MMA. According to John Anik, he knows more about he's forgotten more about judging than you will ever know. Shut the fuck up. He screws up. He like I said this before. Every judge fucks up once in a while, but this one felt colossal. And also Mike Bell is on my shit list because he's the one who screwed up the Valentina Shevchenko, Alexa Grasso fight, the second one. He's the one who gave that errant 10-8, the 10-8 scorecard, which made absolutely no sense. Anyway, I digress. And then let's look at this guy in the middle here. Hadi Muhammad Ali. All 3 rounds for Fakhretdinov? All 3 rounds, huh? All 3? First 2? Didn't even split them like the other 2, trying to hide maybe a little bit of favoritism? Okay. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Get the fuck out of here. Absolutely not. This is how the card started. This is how it started. This instantly put me in a bad mood because I knew what was going to happen all night. I mean, luckily it didn't play too much of a role. I mean, it did. There were some shit cards. We already talked about them, but luckily they weren't deciding and it didn't fuck up anything. But yeah, as usual, when they go over there, it's just a fucking crapshoot. It is, man. There's either like there's weird dirty fights, there's weird ending to fights, there's weird referees that are making bullshit decisions. There's got these judges that make no sense. So again, I know these last two videos have been kind of long, but like this one blew my fucking mind how bad this was. Everybody on commentary was like, how did anybody give all 3 rounds to Fakhretdinov? This makes no sense. This was bad. They didn't even go talk to him because they knew he lost. Like, he lost this fight. But he's undefeated, and no one's going to fucking remember. No one's going to remember. No one's going to remember this. They're going to look at this and be like, hey, he's an undefeated fighter. Hasn't had a loss. Just like Khabib when he lost to Gleison Tibau. Same shit. He's 29-0. Nobody talks about Gleison Tibau beating him because they had a bad decision. Anyway. Fuck. Sorry. I know. I told you, like, that put me in a bad mood all for the entire card because of that shit. And then like the old guard starts going down, people are getting hurt, bad endings, crappy judging, weird cards, bad fights. This was not my favorite card to watch. Luckily, it was done early in the day, and I got this done early, so at least I can be grateful for that. Thank you guys for stopping by. Those of you guys who made it this far, subscribe to the channel. That way you know the next video is coming out. And if you did like this video, hit the like button. I'd super appreciate it. So it means a lot to me. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. It really does. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Love y'all. Peace.